Hey, this is Kenny from Kenny's Audiophile Record Reviews. Thank you very much for viewing my channel. Please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. That would help me out. In this video, I'm going to talk about my experience, at least my initial experience in doing these YouTube videos, because I hadn't been doing it that long, but I'm going to give my initial opinion or experience in doing these videos and a small part of my journey, and also some other related topics as well. So I hope you are able to watch the full video. When I first started doing these YouTube videos, when I told my wife, I said, you know, I think I'm going to try and do some YouTube videos. And I told her I'm going to do it on music. And I think either right then during that conversation, or maybe a few days later, I forgot. She said, Kenny, I'm surprised you weren't doing your channel on sports, because she said she knows I have a strong love for sports. And, you know, and she makes a good point. She was probably right in her assessment, because, you know, it's more easier to do it on sports. You know, there's games every night. There's opinions be shared every night. Or every day, I should say. So it would have been a lot easier to do a video or a channel on sports, to be quite frank with you. But I thought I'd give it a try, doing it, you know, with music and audiophile related content. But when I first started doing these videos, these YouTube videos as an audiophile, I had no experience. I did not realize how difficult it is in terms of prep time. I didn't realize how involved it can be. Sometimes you can be, you know, prepping, you know, 3, 4, 5 hours for a 5-minute video because you want to get your facts straight. You go along with the natural knowledge that you have over, you know, that you obtained over the years. You want to make sure you have your facts straight and stuff. Because I have learned that audiophiles and record collectors, well, that's a tough crowd. You know, I'll get to that later, I guess. But I didn't realize how difficult it is in the prep time. Initially, I didn't know how long I was going to be doing these channels, because it was just almost like initially an experiment, you know, to see if I could do it. I just recently, as of, I think it was early January of this year, 2023, I was able to get to a monetized status. That doesn't mean I'm going to make any money. I don't get thousands of views, so I'm not going to make much money. I'm not necessarily in it for the money, just getting to that point had nothing to do with me. And I just wanted to thank the viewing audience. It had everything to do with you and everything to do with God to get me to this point. I just want to say thank you before I forget. But like I said, I didn't realize how difficult it is to do these videos, especially when you're not necessarily being compensated for it from a financial perspective. I'm not saying everything should be all about money. I'm not necessarily saying that, but you know, some things are what they are. And also, I was not necessarily prepared for I was in a way, in some ways I wasn't. I was not necessarily prepared from the negativity, you know, some of the negative comments that people leave in these videos. Like I said, some ways I was, some ways I wasn't. And I didn't realize, at least fully until it happened to me, or it's happened to me, how venomous people can be in terms of their comments. I simply don't understand. I think a lot of people take this hobby of record collecting and being audiophile, be quite frank with you, a bit too far, be honest with you. I think of these records, I think of my stereo equipment as toys and entertainment for me. It's not, and it's literally just for me. My wife is not an audiophile. She can care 2 cents about this stuff. My son's not. This is for me. These records and the stereo equipment, they have one job to do. One job. And that job is to keep me happy. And that's it. It's not an investment. It's none of that. It's just to keep me happy. It's just a toy. It's another toy in my life. But like I said, I did not realize how venomous and rude some people could be when, you know, in some of the comments, some people were in the past have acted as if it was my responsibility, you know, to find a cure for AIDS, to find a cure, the ultimate cure for COVID, you know, to witness to all the unsaved in the world, to feed all the hungry in the world. They thought that was my responsibility. They were hitting me up that hard as if, you know, I had to solve all those problems. I'm just a dude doing YouTube videos. That's all about music. If you disagree with me, you know, right on, you know. But I didn't understand how venomous and rude people can be quite frank with you. And also, when I started to, and another mistake I made, I must say this. For those of you who are contemplating starting a YouTube channel, and I think you should, if you're knowledgeable about music, if you're knowledgeable about audio equipment, you should give it a shot. There's some nice, fresh, young people out there in this hobby who started the last 2, 3, 4 years that I did a video when I mentioned some of my favorite YouTubers who are audiophiles and record collectors. I didn't mention everybody. I think the audiophile community on YouTube is in a good spot in terms of the way it is represented for the most part. I mean, there's a channel that I failed to mention I watch every now and then called The Jazz Bums. They're good. There are many others. Vinyl Time with Amy is sensational. Okay, Vinyl Time with Amy. Check that out. She's just simply sensational. I think she's going to be a up-and-coming star in the space over time, along with the Jazz Bums. And there's many others. But I made some mistakes in that I was comparing myself to other people. And I was saying, gosh, I'm getting like 100 so views, 200 views. And this person over here, their record collection, you know, I have 7,000 records. They probably have like 500. I have my stereo equipment. It's not the best in the world, but it's not the worst. My stereo system probably 10 times as good as theirs. And they get thousands of views. And I'm just getting this you know, 100, 200 views. And I had to tell myself, there is a reason that that person is getting all those views. They could be more entertaining, more charismatic. They might look better than me for crying out loud. There are other factors that go into people getting views. And I had to remind myself to honor their success and be happy with the little success that I have. And God will bless me in the right direction at the right point in time, whether it's YouTube videos or anything else. Because I don't know how long I'm going to continue to do this, you know. But that's the way I have to look at it. You can't be up there getting envious and jealous of other people. You have to honor their success and thank God for the success you do have. That's a point I would like to make. Also, that's one piece of advice. Another piece of advice is you truly have to be yourself. I told my wife, I talked to her before I started doing these videos, and I already had an opinion of how I was going to conduct myself. And she said, Kenny, you should talk on these videos as if you're talking to your brother-in-law, Bill. I did a video with Bill a few months ago, I think it was. And you should talk to him as if you're just chilling and talking to Bill about music and audiophile stuff. And that's what I try to do. I know a lot of people on there, I say to myself, that can't be the way they talk to their wife. That can't be the way they talk to their kids. Some people get up there, they sound like radio announcers, TV announcers, sports announcers. The way you hear me talk is the way I actually am. I'm being 100% myself. So that's another piece of advice I would give YouTubers and audiophiles who want to get in this space. But like I said, it's a lot harder than I thought. You know, it may look easy, but it's a lot harder than I thought. There's a lot of prep time that goes into these videos. The compensation for somebody like me who has a small channel is literally, you know, not much at all. So it's something that if you're going to decide to do it, it's something you do out of kindness of your heart and you like it, you know. If I do decide to continue to do videos, and I don't know if I am, you know, I just have to keep those things in mind. You know, I'm doing it, you have to do it because you like it, you know, not because of financial gain. And also the ideas have to be somewhat fresh. You want to deliver content that you think people can absorb and enjoy. There has to be, you know, some quality to it. But I hope, like I said, a lot of you out there who want to, who have been thinking about getting a YouTube channel, I would, if I were you, I'll at least try and see how it goes. If you do, let me know, and I'll support your channel. But those are just a few thoughts. But I want to say this in closing. I simply don't understand why audiophiles are so serious where they have to be mean and rude in some of these comments. I honestly don't. I just, for the life of me, don't know why they take it so seriously. Like I said, to me, these are just toys. You know, they're just toys. I'm not going to be tripping, you know, over some records, over some stereo equipment, some device that plays records, some device that plays CDs. I'm not going to be tripping like that. We're going to be rude to people. I conduct myself during these videos with a certain sense of decorum. And here's the reason why. You're not going to see me say 4-letter words and stuff like that. If you leave those words in your comments, that's your business. Okay, I'm not your father. I don't need to be, you know, that's your business. Here's the reason why I conduct myself with a certain sense of decorum. I don't know whose kid, some young kid, may walk up to his phone or his tablet or his television set, turn it to Kenny's Audiophile Record Reviews and watch my videos. Okay? So I feel like there's a sense of responsibility on that part in terms of 4-letter words and behavior that has to be adult. Okay? And so I'm not in that space where you're going to hear all these 4-letter words and crap, because I'm not a good representative of God and not a good role model to these kids. Because like I said, they can be some African-American kid in Compton who picks up his phone and decides to look at me, okay? And he may look up to me in terms of behavior, decorum, and the way I talk and speak to people. And I try to be mindful of that when I do these videos as well. It's not, you know, that means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. And so that's, you know, I just want to mention that. But like I said, those are just a few thoughts. Like I said, give it a shot if you, it's been on your mind. Because it was on my mind for a year. At least a year before I even tried. You know, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to continue with this, but, you know, it's been fun. It really has. But give it a shot, you know. If you do, let me know and I'll support your videos. But anyway, thank you for viewing this video. God bless. Strong love. Peace to all.